Subliminal TV.
I haven't done much filming with the Lamborghini. I've done some like little Instagram stuff, some little Facebook stuff, but I haven't really done many of my YouTube videos, and I have some ideas that I need to execute. One of the things I want to talk about, and I'm gonna put some GoPros on this car and the Insta360, and I'm gonna just do a drive around for a few days just to kind of demonstrate the experience. How many people stop you, how many people speak, how many people are filming, and I like making people's day. I don't mind sharing the car, it's okay. If you do see me out, come speak to me, no problem. Let's get it done.
Letting you in. Take a look at you and start to lose my balance. What am I falling into? This feels like something new.
I will say this. Gas is not cheap now. But what are you gonna do about it?
Everybody spends their life trying to keep.
I think I said this once or twice.
Searching but don't know just
Do I like my Ferrari or my Lamborghini better? The answer is I absolutely like this car more than I like the Ferrari, 100%. And I know that's not a fair comparison because the Lamborghini is way newer than the Ferrari, right? There's no substitute for a gated car. As much as I talk about how much I love gated, I don't hate this paddle car. I've said this 1,000 times. The Aventador is probably one of my favorite cars. Who doesn't love a Chiron, a Bugatti Chiron? Who doesn't love a Koenigsegg? And there's a whole host of other cars that we all love, I love, just like the next car guy does. But for some reason, the Aventador is what gives me that. And also the Huracan, which is why I got the Huracan. I almost went and got a 720 McLaren, but the Huracan, right? What I like about the Huracan versus the Aventador is I personally just like more so how the dual clutch feel over the single clutch in the Aventador. The jerking is, and a lot of people say you just gotta learn how to drive the Aventador. That may be so. I'm not gonna say that's wrong, but for me, I like how this car feels. But this was a car, I love the design of this car. It does need to be lowered, but I love the design of this car. Easily one of my favorite cars. I always knew I was gonna buy one. Like I said, I looked at a couple other things, the McLaren 720 being one, and I still went back to this. So there was nothing else that I actually wanted. The only thing that bothered me when I bought this car, I also bought a charging cable because I was in Florida. Obviously, I bought the car in Miami. I needed a charging cable. I'm about to be on the road. I plugged it up. I'm driving all around Miami. I was in this car for 30 minutes or more. I've made it all the way like to the peripheral side of town, and before you know it, here is CarPlay popping up in my face. Like, I didn't even know this car had CarPlay. Some time later, it went off again. It did this a few times. Goes off, comes on. Goes off, comes on. Okay, I guess it's just not reliable. I even made a post in the Huracan group on Facebook about that, and some other people said, yeah, I've experienced that too. Well, come to find out, those generic cables are just garbage. Like I've always known, they make your phone overheat, they ruin your battery sometimes. What I had to do was, I had to go see if Apple had an official cable to replace it. As soon as I put the Beats cable on my phone, CarPlay was not delayed for 30 minutes. It immediately popped up. Every time I plug it up, it's just like that. And not only that, it has not gone off. It's not this on, off. I haven't experienced that anymore. So if you have a Huracan and you're having an issue with your CarPlay not being reliable, the issue may be your cable. Okay, so speaking of CarPlay, this car, one of the things that I always knew I was gonna get was the Android radio screen. I love the Android screens. I put them in every car that I own that is available for it. The Huracan was no different. I knew for a fact that I was gonna put one in this car. Well, now that the cable has fixed the issue with the original car plate that this car came with, not only that, the buttons in the car, the analog button, the racy feel, like everything just look more driver focused. I'm finding myself liking how it is. So I'm not sure that I'm gonna do the CarPlay. Now, the one thing that the Android screen offers, internet, SIM card, something I always put, so you have Google Maps, Netflix, YouTube, all those things. I may do it, especially considering I'm doing a cross-country road trip soon. I think if I'm gonna do it, that'll be the great time to make sure I have it before I do the Route 66 trip. Because, you know, if you have like a passenger on something like that, they have entertainment, because that's a long drive. And not only that, any trips that you're gonna go on, it's good to have that entertainment. Obviously, you're not gonna be the driver looking at that, but you know, if you have a passenger, it's good to have the YouTube and the Netflixes and all those things. And I do plan on doing quite a bit of road trips in this car. I plan on doing some rallies in this car. Like, I really want to enjoy this car. Like, I've never enjoyed a car before. I can tell you, as much as I've always been into cars, and this is kind of a segue, and I'll get back to the Android screen. This is a segue. But as much as I've always been into cars, once I moved to Atlanta and met some, you know, more car people, some of my car friends who are my great friends to this day, we started doing more different car things that I wasn't used to, especially the mountain drives and things like that. That's something that I wasn't familiar with. Once I got a different experience and experienced the cars a different way, I got way more into cars. And with this car, I want to do even more things, such as the road trips, the rallies. I've never done an actual rally, and I do want to do some of those. So the Route 66 thing, I've tried to get a couple of friends to join me. It's gonna be hard to get, you know, people to commit to such a long trip. I'm gonna be out there for like 2 weeks. I even bought this little book that kind of gives you ideas of places to stop and things like that. So we're gonna see how that's gonna go. In the book, it says that, you know, a minimum of 14 days. It's like a 14-day route. Hey, I'll go out there and be out there for 3 weeks. The only thing is, you know, you can't get everybody else to be committed to it like that. So who knows how that's gonna go. Maybe I'll just meet with, you know, different friends in different cities along the way. So also, if you're a car person and you're checking out my channel, I'm gonna be on Route 66. I started in Atlanta, from Atlanta to Chicago. Chicago, Route 66, all the way to Santa Monica Pier. If you're anywhere within that route, again, I'm not gonna say exactly when I'm gonna take off yet. I think it's gonna be in the fall time, so maybe around, I wanna say August, September, I think. I don't wanna put an exact time on it yet because things could change, and I don't wanna say when I'm gonna do it and then have to try to lock myself into that. But I know I'm gonna do it 100%. This is also the 100th anniversary of Route 66, so I wanna do it this year for that reason. I don't know, it's just something special about that. They call it the Centennial. But back to the Android radio, I think it'll be handy during that time. I would love to have it, especially if I have a passenger with me who may also need that entertainment and help me navigate, because the way that it's made, this is like a driver-focused car. There's no monitor in the middle, right? Like how McLaren's have and everything. So the GPS and everything is on the speedometer. If you got a passenger trying to help you navigate, they don't get to use that because it's over there in your face, they can't see it. So it's another reason why it'll be a good idea to have that screen in the middle too. If you think about that, somebody can help you navigate if you're just doing all the driving. But in conclusion, I came out here to fly the drone and to talk about how much I like this car. So as you guys know, right, I bought this car in January. They held it there. I picked it up in February on the date of my birthday. That was how I wanted it to happen. So I went on my birthday, February the 7th, and picked it up. From February the 7th until where we're at right now, I think today is May. We're in May 2021, something like that. In that amount of time, I put about 5,000 miles on this car, like 5,500 miles. I think most people wouldn't have had that amount of miles on this car in that amount of time. What are we saying? February, March, April, May, that's 4 months. I think most people average about 1,000 to 1,200 miles on a car per month. On exotic cars, that may be like 200 to 500 miles, right? So the average person would have probably put about 2,000 miles on it in this period of time, driving it moderately. I've gone some periods of time driving this car every day. But don't forget now, to be fair, when I bought this car, I drove it from Miami to Atlanta, and also I drove it to Birmingham like 2-3 times. I drove it to Tennessee like 1 time. I've, like I say, daily driven it a few times. So all in all, I like this car. I know it's not a fair comparison to compare it to the Ferrari, because the Ferrari does have age, but the Ferrari, I'm not opposed to selling it. My mind is not set on selling it yet, but I might sell it and get either a 458. I don't think I'll do a 488. I would probably do a 458 because I like naturally aspirated, right? and if not that, then the Ferrari FF two-door wagon, the V12 car. Those are the 2 cars that I'm looking at. I wouldn't get both. I would get one or the other if I were to sell my current Ferrari. The jury's still out on that. We don't have a verdict yet. I'm gonna drive this car some more. You just leave the Ferrari alone. Make sure it's not because it's still new to me, because it's technically still new to me. I don't think that's gonna change though, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that's gonna change. This car is still new to me, but I really enjoy this car. Thank you guys for being here again. I'm Eric and you're watching Subliminal TV. If this is your first time being here, I appreciate you. And if you're returning, I appreciate you. Please subscribe if you do it.
Subliminal TV.